Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, YouTube.
Uh, are we up?
We are indeed
Whoops.
live on YouTube. Yes.
Brilliant. Okay, let me close that down before we feedback. Hello, everybody.
We have two whole
How?
people watching.
Two,
Four
two,
people watching.
four. Oh, they're multiplying
It's
quickly.
probably it's probably you and me adding in. Can
Okay.
everybody hear us just fine? It's just someone comment if you can. Let us know we're coming through.
Yep. If you can.
Yeah. So introduce yourself, Alan, and
Yeah. So, hi, I'm Alan Morehouse from the UK. I'm the brains behind the Blue Tweezers, or the person behind the Blue Tweezers. So this is my channel, and hopefully you've been having a look at some of my playthrough videos here, and we're doing a playthrough here for a live stream. This is the first one of Tinian the Forgot Battle, Scenario 6, free setup, and I'm playing the Japanese, and my opponent is on the American side is actually an American. And over to you, Pat.
oh yeah, no, just I'm Pat. I'm Pat, and I'm also known as the Navarone Gun on Twitter, and that's all there is to say about that. So,
Yeah.
I guess we can get. I guess we can get started.
I suppose we can. So we have our units set out. I've got mine on land. I actually have them still turned up from your reconnaissance, so I'll leave them up for the moment to remind yourself.
Yeah.
The ones you had a look at, and with you've got your placements done as well. So we go through. The first turn has a slight special sequence at the start, and a few things that happen, and we'll go through those as per the special rules. So we're starting on 0500, and we have gone through all our setup. And next thing is you get to resolve 3 airstrikes. So, Pat, you go with that. So we have 3 airstrike counters. They're not available every turn. You have to dice roll to get them, but at the start you get the full complement.
Yeah, the way this is going to work, everybody, is so yeah, I'm going to get these 3 airstrikes, and then I'm going to get a whole lot of naval preparatory bombardment, and I think even the task forces as well, Alan, correct?
You get the artillery from Saipan.
Right, but no task forces.
No. That's just the. In the rules it says that you also get the air and the naval chit in as well during the turn, but the errata says you don't.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, which makes sense. They're busy doing the preparatory bombardment. In this system, it's interesting. The bombardments, both from Saipan, which is kind of 12 hexes off the northern map edge, and the bombardments, they block line of sight. And then later on in the turn, there's, as you'll see, you guys see the activation system, wind can make those go away. So in first turn, there's probably 0 chance that I'm going to have anybody hitting the beach, but it would be nice to have the bombardment stick around for a little while. So let's start with those airstrikes, shall we? So let's see here.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to start at Red Orange Beach.
Okay.
And let's see who we have out and about here that's spotted. Well, I don't like the pillboxes, so I'm just going to hit a pillbox.
Okie dokie.
So that pillbox there, you see, we're just going to smack that.
Yep. Okay. And any others? The 3? I think you normally place the 3 and then resolve them.
Right. Okay. So that's going to be 1.
Yeah.
And then, do you have any pillboxes around Yellow Beach? Let's see.
Yellow.
Well, there is one quite close to the beach that I don't like. So I think we're going to hit that. And I think we will go back to red, orange.
Mm-hmm.
And any other pillboxes sitting around?
There's 2 hexes.
Boom. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah. Those two. So let's hit all 3 of those. Let's start with red orange. See what happens there.
Right. Okay. The one the last one you placed, or the first one you placed?
Whatever order you choose, fine by me.
You're doing the firing.
let's go left. Let's go left to right, like we're reading a Western language.
Okay. Yes. It's over politeness here. No, after you. No, after you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, on the air support marker, you've got a 6 firepower factor. It's in a white square, which means it could be either armor piercing or high explosive. Armor piercing is a bit pointless at the moment, so this will be a high explosive. So it's actually a yellow color, and so we work out what the actual modified fire is. So it starts on a 6, and then we have a series of. We pull up the chart, charts and tables. Here we go. Can you see the chart and table? Is that available? Or does that come up in a different window? It's probably come up in a different window, hasn't it?
There you go.
Oh, you can see it, yeah?
Yeah. Why don't you zoom in and just briefly explain the chart to people, and then we can...
Yeah, okay. So what we're looking up here at the moment here is the combat results table up right at the top here. Let's get in here. So it's actually sort of 2-sided. So it says if you're firing at a hex, that's generally sort of infantry fire, where you're firing at just people in a hex. And the other wing of it on the right is if firing at a hard target. A hard target would be something like a vehicle, a tank, or something like that. And in fact, the units coming in on the beaches are designated as a hard target because they're all in, Amtraks and little landing ships and things like that. So they're hard targets. And you've got these 3 bands here, and these denote the type of fire you're using. So the top band, small arms, and it's denoted on the counter that you're firing what the square around the fire value is. As I said, we worked out as a yellow one, which is high explosive. Just in the middle, it tells you small arms, high explosives. Small arms is red, high explosives yellow, and then we have a split. So indirect fire is available when firing at a hex. Armor piercing only when firing at a hard target. So at the moment we're on the yellow side, and we roll a dice against the fire value, and that fire value corresponds to one of the numbers 0 to 8 here. 9 is always a miss. 0 is always a hit. So even if you have a negatives, modifiers and things, you'll always hit on a 0. Now the direct fire strength modifiers. So this is for everything except for the black area of the combat results table. You have these modifiers here. So you add or subtract the defensive value of the unit being fired upon, or the defense value of the hex if firing at a hex. So the unit being fired upon, if we look at the hex that's being landed on here, so the defense value is actually the middle the middle number on the bottom of the counter. So you can see the 3-8 is the fire value, the +1 is the defense value, no is actually the movement value. So it can't actually move in the state it's in the mode it's in, but it has a +1. So that 6 becomes a 7, and the higher the value, the more lethal things are. And you add or subtract any support weapons, leaders, or heroes. There aren't any. It's just an aircraft. Any status markers on the firing unit or the defending unit may apply. There aren't any. Status markers are disorganization, pinned, or suppressed states. Any additional units firing, there aren't any. It's just the aircraft on its own. You add or subtract the target hex terrain value. So The terrain value, now we have this pillbox here. That's not actually the terrain. That's the fortification.
Looks to be sugarcane. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like it's sugarcane. If we just drop the value here, you can see that light green dot. And in the terrain effects chart, which I hope you guys can see, it's sugarcane for the light green dot here. Okay, and the defense value is -1. So our 6 went up to 7 because of the artillery unit itself had not a very good defense value, and it's down again for the for the sugarcane. And below that, performing concentrated fire. That's not something an aircraft does, and there's no rain or fire or hard targets present. So it's basically a 6. So we rolled against a 6. Now, if we get a 6 or less, we count the result that comes up on the yellow row. If we get a 7, 8, or 9, it's a miss.
Right. So here we go.
Off you go.
7. All that exposition, nothing happened.
Yes. And yeah, the aircraft completely overshot.
So now we'll go, but.
Yes.
You said but.
Next.
Yes.
No but.
Right. So the next one, it's the same thing. This is sugarcane again. It's the same type of unit. It's a direct fire unit with a +1, so we're rolling for a 6.
Yeah.
Nothing. U.S. Air is ineffective.
Oh, terrible. You picked the wrong island, possibly.
Yes. So then I'll put these back up here.
So
and we'll go over to Yellow Beach.
Yep. Where are we with that? And I suspect we've got a very similar thing. There we go. It's the same roll again. We're on the
same deal. Here we go on a 6. A 0 is very good. Yes,
it's a hit. Okay, so if we look on the result here for 0, 0 here, and on the orange, we get a 2GG/S. So that's two disorganization levels plus a suppressed marker. So we get our markers out here. And we'll get a Japanese, a 2-level disorganized marker. As you can see here, it affects certain things. It's got -1s in 3 areas. So the -1 in the box, it reduces the fire value, it reduces the movement, and it also reduces, says -1 TQ. It reduces the troop quality of that unit, and each troop, each unit, by dint of being in a division, in this case it's the Japanese Navy division, has a troop quality inherent, and it will be -1 that at the moment. So we put that on the marker, but we also have a suppressed marker, and this is a bit more savaging. The suppressed marker here, if I zoom in, so that's got a no, and a -1. So it stops firing, you cannot move, and it's a -1 TQ as well. So both of those are actually on that unit. So it's quite a good hit, absolutely. So we've got the 2 disorganized and the suppressed. We didn't get an R result, and an R result means that we should roll for an effect, a route check, but we don't have that here. We're straight suppressed.
So we have one of our chatters who says that the air strikes are not modified by terrain or counter defense mods. Rule 16, last paragraph. Okay. But at this time, I'll also state to our stream that we're not going to pause for rule stuff. We're rolling on. Every time I live stream, there's somebody sitting there with the rules trying. It's kind of like, I get it. It's like score carding in baseball, like what's happening, but we got to play.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no modifiers for the strike. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Well, it says there were no modifiers for the strike, so actually we rolled correctly. It was just a 6. So you ignore the true quality as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So actually you did right by doing wrong.
No harm, no foul. So anyway, so right. So, which is why I'm like, yeah, we'll play. We'll get stuff wrong. We'll figure it out later. So, all right. So there we go. So that's that. He suppressed. I'm happy with that result. I'm not happy with red orange, which I've committed to. What I've kind of done strategically, which we did at the end of the setup, is I'm landing at red orange. If you scroll down there, real quick, Alan. And I've got, I believe it's 4th Marine Division is heading there. And I've got one regiment from 2nd Marine up at the yellow zone heading in there. And started off one regiment in the white zone heading down there. And so I'm kind of trying to create dilemmas for Alan, essentially, with multiple areas. Historically, everybody landed at the white zone, concentration. So we'll see. I'll either get defeated in detail or create dilemmas for him. So we'll see what happens. So that's it. Next thing we do, the preparatory bombardments.
So the bombardments are placed here. So you have these 12 markers, which you just place. And they have 3 firepower factor indirect. Again, I believe there's no modifiers on it as well.
I'll guide you through the. I'll guide you through like where I'm placing them so you can show people, and because I think it's the same deal. We got to place them all.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm going to start off down at red orange.
Right. Let me just scroll for that. Off you go.
All right. So I got a big old stack of early morning preparatory bombardment. So I think the pillboxes need a little love.
Okay.
And not him. I'm not so worried about your construction guy, but I think that army unit needs some love. This is love from the U.S. Navy. We're not trying to hurt anybody.
You're all heart.
Yeah, and I think we'll hit that trench in Tinian Town. Okay.
Okay.
So now we'll go over to Yellow Beach.
Yep.
And let's see here. Well, these things that I already know where they are will all get love from my reconnaissance in the morning. And I think we'll try to hit that other pillbox.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we'll hit a couple more of those trenches. Which leaves me with 2.
Yep. Up on 1.
We're going to go back to red-orange and just feel our way around here. And yeah, bombarding the caves does not feel like a good idea.
There are no modifiers, I believe, on these bombardments. So
yeah. Well, let me see here. And we can only place 1 bombardment, so we're going to hit. Might as well hit. No, it feels like a waste. It really feels like a waste to hit a construction battalion. A construction company. Let's see any pillboxes in the south, really. That's interesting, other than what I'm hitting. Well, here's one. We'll hit that pillbox kind of up on the ridge there, and I have one left. And with the one left, I think we're going to hit
nothing on White Beach yet.
That guy right there on White Beach. So let's start with that in White Beach. It's pretty
okay.
So it's a 3.
Brilliant. All well placed, but now we have to check if they actually land in the hex that you've designated. We have to roll for scatter.
So we'll roll So you guys will see the way scatter works is I got to roll a 3 or less. If I don't, it scatters to an adjacent hex based on the number I roll. It's pretty.
Yeah, and here is the accuracy table here.
Yeah,
you can see. So 0 to 3, you're accurate, and then it's just a little travel around the surrounding hexes on where the bombardment actually lands.
So here we go. White Beach first.
I do first, okay.
And I'm rolling, and here I roll. I miss, and it's a 5. So where does a 5 go, Alan?
So a 5 goes top right.
Top right. Okay, right
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Let's go to Yellow Beach. A lot of bombardments in the Yellow Beach zone, shall we say, the area.
Okay, top down.
Let's go. Let's start up on the mountain there.
Okay.
To the far left. So we know it's there's an artillery piece up there.
Mm-hmm.
So let's roll for scatter.
Yep.
Scatter, same place, upper right.
Yeah, upper right.
So now let's go to the other artillery piece.
Right.
Roll for scatter.
Yep.
4.
We're there. No, not quite. It actually goes up, directly upwards.
Same spot.
So actually, there's just one bombardment. You might as well remove one of the markers, it says, but, whatever.
Whatevs. Yeah. Let me move it.
Not great shooting so far.
Pretty bad, pretty poor shooting. So let's start with the foxholes just going downward.
Yep.
So foxhole number 1.
Yep.
Miss 5.
Yep.
Over here. Foxhole number.
I think that has value.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
Due to blocking line of sight.
Foxhole number 2.
Yep.
A hit.
Aha! We got a hit. Okay. So just on the 3 charts then. No modifiers. So, roll for 3. Let me get the chart up here. And we're in indirect fire here. This is a black number. So, ready to go.
All right.
I'm looking for a 3.
Oh, that's right. I got to roll again. I always forget that.
Yeah.
All that. Hit. 2. A 2.
A 2. Okay. So you actually did some damage. And it's a DG with an R result. So that's this hex here. We need to... can we? No, we can't. Add a marker. 1 DG here. So let's put that onto the unit. And we need a route check. So we take the troop quality of the Japanese Army division. And if we look on our divisional display, we can see that the troop quality for the orange guys is a 5.
Right.
So it's a base 5, and then we modify it as necessary. Yeah. So I don't think we have any troop quality modifiers here.
Just the disorganization.
Yeah, this organization doesn't have, it's a single level, so it doesn't have a troop quality. So we're just on a 5. So
there you go.
Roll a 5 against a 5. Get a 2 that's less than 5, less than or equal to 5, that's fine. They're okay. If they failed, then they would have been pinned.
Right.
If they were already pinned and we failed again, they would be suppressed.
So let's do the last foxhole.
So we need to put that. Where are we now?
At the last foxhole to the south.
At the bottom.
Right. Here we go. Scatter. Scatters.
8. And 8 is bottom left. So unfortunately, not useful. Okay. And the pillbox.
The pillbox. Here we go. No scatter.
That's great. Now, see that?
But I'm going to predict. I'm going to miss. I missed.
But it is there, and it does reduce the line of sight from that hex down to 1 hex. So, it has again value. Right. So
let's go to red orange.
Red orange, down to the town, top to bottom there.
Yeah.
With our pillbox.
Yep. Let's start with that pillbox. So scatters to 6.
6, which is bottom right.
Bottom right. Not that good. All right.
No.
So the next one is the next pillbox.
Yep. Still.
Here we go. Scatter.
7. Straight down.
There. This is. It could get very ugly at red orange. Okay. So now let's do the army unit in the trench.
In the trenches. Yep.
Scatter. 2. No scatter. I'm going to predict I'm going to miss. Yep.
But again, value does have value of sorts. Right, and then the town.
Right, the town.
Yep.
Here. Yep, the town. Right, scatter. 8.
Okay. Well, you could get some. It's it's bottom left.
Nuts.
Onto the right on the beach.
not so lucky. And finally, we'll do the guy up on the mountain.
Yeah.
Scatter. 9.
9. So it's that's top left. So you do hit something.
Yes, but not what I wanted. But I hit something.
No. Yep.
So let's see if it actually does something. Does nothing.
Okay. Keeps me heads down though. Right, that's our bombardment done.
Yeah.
So now we move on to your Saipan-based artillery, which did we? Yes, we have got in the bottom corner here, groupment A, B, and C. So these are just standard artillery units, and they can be fired using direct commands normally during the turn, and they can be spotted, but of course there's no Americans on the island, so this is subject to scatter as well, just like the bombardment was. So yeah, you got a 6, a 5, and a 4.
All right, so I feel the need to do a heavy barrage. The 6, basically.
Yep. Yeah, that's a long range guy.
Let's see. We're going to do it on the worst pillbox, which is right by red orange.
Red orange.
If we can reach.
Okay. That'll be yes. That's a bit of a count.
What is the range on him again?
51, I think.
All right, so let me count to the top. All right. So.
I think you probably will be able to do that. David on the chat has been playing Saipan. Oh, well done. I haven't got that one because I only have one CSS title, and this is the smallest one. So I can fit it on tables.
Yeah, it's definitely in range. Yep.
Yep, it's fine. Okay, then.
So, all right. So let's see if I can easily place the barrage marker. Yep. Place heavy. Boom. And it's the same deal. We roll for scatter. No scatter. That's good news.
Okay. So yeah. And that's a 6 value.
Here we go.
But hold on, we have the.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So we have the modifiers now. So this is modified, unlike the airstrike and the bombardment. So looking at the charts here, we're looking at the indirect fire strength modifiers here. So the firing unit, if it's disorganized or has barrage markers on it, it doesn't. It's over in Saipan. There are no hard targets in the hex. The defense value of the terrain in the target hex. So this, I'm pretty sure, is sugarcane again. It certainly is. And the fortification defense strength. So this is the pillbox, which has a defense strength of -3. So we started with a 6. Down 1 because of the sugarcane, and down 3 for the fortification. So we're down to a 2. And yeah, we've got no stacking of units here for indirect fire strength. So yeah, it's on a 2.
And I rolled a 6, so it's not. So we'll take
it is a heavy barrage, at least.
Right. So we are also going to barrage heavy. What's the range of the 5?
Nowhere near as long, I think. 5 is 24.
That may be a problem. So let's see here. I'll walk this along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So probably best for me to count down with that. So we're 12 hexes off the map. 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Problem. So we're going to hit that guy.
Okay.
Up by White Beach.
Right. Great. So that's a 5. This is the 5 factor.
Well, we got to roll for scatter. Right.
We have to roll for scatter. Sorry, yes, right.
Yep, no scatter.
Good.
So on this one, it's just like everything Alan said before. It's a but it's trenches, so it's -2.
Yeah, but
and
not the defense value of the unit itself, though.
Right.
It's not actually.
Right. So the trenches give it a -2.
Yep.
And the terrain is
sugarcane again, I think.
Yeah. So that's an extra -1.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
-3.
We're on 2 again. Yep.
Here we go.
Again.
Nothing.
Okay.
And the light, our reach is going to be up here. So let me find somebody to throw it on. We're going to throw it on on the pillbox. What's the range? 17, you said?
24.
24. All right. We're going to hit that pillbox right below, 2 hexes below the last barrage.
Yeah, next to Haggle Lake. Yeah.
And this is a medium barrage.
Yeah, so 5 or more factors of indirect fire from an artillery unit gets a heavy barrage. 4 factors a medium. 3 factors. 3 factors a light. 2 factors a smoke.
Right. So we got this guy's a value of 4. Correct.
Yeah, he's a 4. And as it's a pillbox.
Right.
And sugarcane, so yeah.
It's a 0.
It's a 0.
So let's see if we scatter. Yes, we scatter. It's a 7.
Well, let's see. 7. A 7 straight down.
Boom. That's it for the barrages.
Okay. So we've done that. We resolve the amphibious movement chit. So this is a special extra amphibious movement. And so you go ahead with that. I'll open the display. Well, there we go.
So this is go down to red and orange and real quick. And so everybody's moving down from this transport zone where they started.
Yeah.
To the approach zone.
Yes.
That's their move. And then up in white, it's the same thing. And then we're in yellow.
And everybody's moving.
Everybody's moving. Now, do you get any opportunity fire?
I don't think I do for the moving out of the... so transport zone, from transport zone to approach zone, not subject to opportunity fire. Okay,
all right.
So now, hopefully you'll see the chit display here. We were using the amphibious movement. Now we actually, what they call, put it back in the cup. So it's now available during the normal turn. So we'll place it in with all the others that are here waiting to be used. And so we have the Navy support and the air support are left out. Right. And so we're on to what's known as step 2 of the sequence play, which is the action phase. So now we pull a chit, whatever that chit is, we act upon. If it's a formation or a division, formation is part of a division, an RCT or a battalion on the Japanese side. Then you act on it. If it's one of the other chits, then we do whatever we do with those, and we'll run through them as we put them.
And if I remember correctly, this first turn, there's no command purchasing or any, no spending of divisional points, dispatch points.
Yeah, yeah. It's a fixed set of chits in there that's part of the scenario. Indeed.
I forget. Should both divisional chits be in there since they're both in play?
I believe so. Is one of yours not in there?
I do not know.
Okay, look at your. I'm not sure if I can look at your display.
Let me see. Where's my U.S. Cup? Come here, Cup.
Activation. No, I can't see it. So
they are not in there. Okay, so they need to be. So 4th and 2nd need to be in there, but none of the regiments. Yep.
Right. Okay, I'm surprised they haven't put that in for the scenario setup.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm a bit worried about whether mine are in there as well.
I would check.
Yeah. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, mine are in.
I just oversight. All right, I'm glad I thought of that.
Yeah, let me just check if there's any other markers we're missing here. So, start of the game, the contents: American Direct Command, Japanese Direct Command, Imperial Army, Imperial Navy, Wind, and Event. Actually, no, you don't get your
They
two.
Don't? That's so weird. All right, let me pull them all out real quick.
Well, I'm not sure there's a lot of point to it anyway because you're still at sea.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let me pull them out. Oh, it won't let me just grab them all and put them in. Okay. Boop, back in the cup.
Right.
You put these guys back with the American stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. I'll pull.
Yeah, go for it.
Imperial Army activation.
Okay, so that's my army. Okay. So, right, there's a sequence of what you do on your activation, particularly by division, and just quickly run through it as I go. So, the first thing we can do is we can move all active leaders to a hex of their command, so any of their units. Cannot go through a fire zone, even a negated one, to do that. But I'm just thinking here, should we move any of our... Because you're kind of everywhere, so everybody's pretty much in the right place. So, yeah, I think we will move. I don't think I can move into a bombardment hex.
I'm actually pleased this came up from a strategy standpoint. I'd rather have you have a dilemma because you don't really know where I'm landing yet. So
yeah. You're doing. You possibly could be doing a feint, but that's actually with some real units. Yes. I can't exit a bombardment marker. It doesn't mean I can't move into it. So I could. No, he's fine. Yeah, I think I'll move our good colonel and plonk him here. There we go. Not sure I really need to move anybody else, really. Yeah, I think we're okay on leader movement. Okay, so the next thing we do is we can attach support weapons. So our support weapons are in our box here. That's all of these that can be provided. Now, so there needs to be a pathway from the Army HQ to the unit you want to place. Again, can't go through fire zones. So I think potentially, certainly, who have we got in over here?
Oh, you have to place all your assets now.
Well, if I want to.
Got it.
So I think certainly I think placing the battery gun here with here would be a good one. I think it's all mainly over here. Yeah. Okay. And possibly oh, these guys are. Yeah. So we might place one of our AT guns here. Okay. And I seem to have a foxhole marker just on. I think that foxhole marker is meant to be there. We marooned it. We will sign AT gun here. And
Anything happening in the chat? No, chat's very quiet.
Ah.
You just keep. You have a lot of movement to do. Yep. You've got a lot to do. Just ignore me if I start interacting with the people.
Keep them entertained. Some kind of magic trick or something, maybe.
Yeah, it's a lot of maintenance. It's just a lot of maintenance work that won't be there in subsequent turns. But right now they're saying, hey, you have like a jillion assets. Feel free to assign them.
Okay. Okay.
Which is fine. Which is interesting for the free, and it's appropriate for the what we're doing, the free setup. It's your invasion. The historical, they're kind of parsed out already.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Do anything else. There are people coming in, so yes. Okay, last one, honest. I think, anyway. That'll do for now.
All right.
Okay, so support weapons out. Now we can detach, or we can move reallocating support weapons to the available box, and then we can detach ones that already exist on the board. Ignore this. We remove all concentrated fire, sustained fire, and no opportunity fire markers from any active unit. So we don't have any there. And then units can change from deployed or column to the other state if necessary. I'm not going to change anything on that, certainly. Now, any assaults are performed. Assaults are previously marked. A previous turn, there was an assault or a prepare assault or banzai charge marker. We don't have any of those. Now we can place those, but I mean, there aren't the Americans to assault to banzai charge, so we're not going to do that either. Now we have the main activation. So there's 4 actions we can do: move, fire, engineer, or rally. So looking at the Americans coming in, they're in the approach zone. So certainly up on Y Beach, you managed to miss one of my pillboxes with a gun in it. The northern, actually, no, you missed both of them. I don't think you fired at one of them. Yeah.
But they're Navy.
Oh, they're Navy. That's right. Sorry. Yeah. Well, so yeah, I don't have anything to fire at. So I'm not going to move. I'm not going to fire. I'm chocked to the gills of fortifications. All I can really do here is rally. So there's no rally under a bombardment marker. So only, and I'm just seeing if there's anything here that needs. Right, yeah. So our no, that's a Navy unit. I think we can't do very much at all, really. How's that?
Well, you could, but you're choosing not to move around. Right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not moving around. I don't think so at the moment. We'll see how the defences go. I'm not going to start moving reserves around as soon as a few wakes appear. So yeah, that's it. Now I have the option for any in-command units, and in-command units are within HQ range. Note the division only has 1 HQ, and this is down in a particular area on the board, and it's quite a short range. I think it's a 4 hex range, but I haven't got anything to do anyway, so I won't pay any direct commands for that. And finally, I'll just check if there's any overstacking, which there isn't. And that's the chit.
Boom. Main activation display. Yep. So the army is done. Pull the next one. Win.
Chit. Okay.
All those bombardments go away.
Not the blue ones don't. Only the grey ones. The blue ones last for the entire turn.
Which is good. So boom. 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 All right. Barrages are gone. Okay. And deleted. Remove. All right. So now the next chit.
Yep.
Current goes there. Amphibious movement.
So in you move. Okay. So now, right.
Let's start with red. Let's start with go down to orange, red. And
yes.
We'll go from there.
Okay.
So these gentlemen in the red zone are moving to the final run-in zone.
They are.
To do that, they move through the reef zone.
Yes, that's correct.
So I'm going to put them there so people, whoever's watching, can see the mods. Now, those modifiers are errata, correct? They're different in real life?
Yes, so in each box you'll see 2 numbers. The black number is the modifier to incoming opportunity fire onto a hard target at that zone. On the reef zones, they are incorrect. They say -2, much like all the others. They should be a 0. The blue marker is a range from the beach. So anything firing on these zones counts up to the beach and then counts the number of hexes in addition on the which are marked in blue to see if they're in range.
And there's no more rat on the map on those other than that, right? Just that's a 0. The black number is a 0.
All the reef zones are zeros. Yes, that's right.
This is unfortunately a compass problem where they'll publish the game, and things on the map or the charts. For the last few years, there's been a quality assurance, quality control problem like that. And then they have to, and they're relying on those values and not referring to them in the rules and saying, oh, no, this number is different. So, but anyway, so let's start with them. So those guys are moving. That's why I placed them outside it, because you get opportunity fire on those guys. And so what Alan's doing, I'm hovering. If you hover over the stack, Alan, so they can see it.
Your stack?
Yeah.
Actually, there should be only 3 guys.
Right.
Moving forward.
Yes.
So the other 2 should be back in the transport zone at the moment.
Got it.
And they will move forward to the approach zone. So the transport zone, there's no stacking. All the other zones, it's a maximum of 3.
So if you hover over it, as I put it here, each one of those units is like a hard target. So he's taking a shot, and what he's trying to do is force me back. So all right. So let's. Who you got that you want to shoot?
So you've been actually quite good with your bombardment here. Is that you've blocked line of sight for our pillbox here. Up on the ridge, and also on the opposite ridge as well. There's a rather pesky bombardment marker sitting in front of the pillbox. I don't believe I can see any of these beaches from there. So I only have 1 gun to fire on this first turn. So I'm going to hold. I'll allow the red beach to move forward. I only have 1 opportunity fire here, so I'm going to hold that.
All right, so then we'll go to orange 1.
Yeah.
Whoa, I had a little. Oh.
Okay.
Sorry. There. So orange 1's moving into the final approach zone, final run-in zone.
Yeah, and the pillbox will fire at one of those units when they go through the reef zone.
Okay.
Okay, so looking at my unit, it's 3 firepower factor of white, so they can be blue for the armor piercing for the hard target. They have a range of 8, and we're looking at orange 1. So if we count the hexes to the beach is 1, 2, and then to be in the reef zone 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a range of 4. It's easily within range. So I have a firepower of 3, blue. And I'm not sure there's any particular modifiers other than the reef zone itself, which is a 0. So it's just a 3.
Ooh.
0. So a 0 on is, if we look at our chart, sorry for disco in the background, but if you can hear that, that's a ring. Let's get our CRT up. So we're in the blue area here. We've rolled a 0, just an R. So an R is a route check. So much like I did, the unit has to make a route check on a trick quality. And I believe it's 6 for all Americans at the start.
It is 6. So here we go. So this is E Company of the 2nd Battalion of the 25th RCT making a route check. They made it. Nothing happens.
So nothing happens. They're fine. Okay. You continue your move.
And you place an opportunity fire, correct?
I do. That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And now Colonel Ballchedler and 3 companies of the 1st Battalion of the 25th Marine Regiment are moving through the reef zone to there.
I haven't got anything to fire at him.
So. All right. So let's go over to yellow.
Okay.
So we'll start with the 2 companies on yellow 1. Are moving to the final run-in zone.
So I have no ranged guns on any of these naval zones at the moment. You've got a bombardment marker on the one I have there, I think. I have one quite a way away. So one thing is that there is normally there's line of sight on things like sugarcane, etc. But that doesn't apply to this firing into naval zones. However, I don't think I've got anything near enough to do anything. Indirect fire doesn't happen. It's only direct fire here against hard targets. So yeah, I think that's it. I can't do anything. Everything else is behind a ridge.
All right. Colonel Stewart and 3 companies of the 1st Battalion of the 2nd Marine Regiment are going to Yellow 2.
Okay. Right. Okay. Just something I'm thinking here that you if you're able to bring in some extra units as well as part of this. Normally there's a reinforcement schedule, but I think with the free setup, you just add units in that you want to for each amphibious chit. So you should actually be backfilling those guys. So you should have backfilled somebody into the transport zone, and then now those would move forward, and you've got somebody else in there as well, I think.
Well, yeah, I'll do that when, I don't know if sequencing is that important, but everyone's got to move anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So we just have White Beach to go, yeah?
Yep. So let's do that.
Okay, so which
I think we're going to move White 2 first.
Okay, we will fire from pillbox at Haggle Lake. We have a 3. We'll fire you in the reef zone, so it's just a 3.
All right.
Actually, it's a 4. We have a leader, which modifies it +1, so it's actually a 4.
Okay.
Fucking on a 4.
Nothing.
No, that's fine. Yeah, it's not a support weapon. It doesn't break.
Now we'll come right. Now we'll come into right there.
White 1 now, yeah.
Yep.
Yes, I can't see either beach from the other pillbox. So very strategically placed bombardment counter. So yeah, that's all. Could I see White 2 here? Let me just check if that could have seen. Oops. Wait a minute. I could have seen White 2, so I would fire at the other unit White 2 instead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so that's only a 2. Count the hexes: 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, no, he'll have to fire at you in the final run-it zone, because he doesn't have the range. So it's actually -2. He's on a 0. Missed.
Okay. So now what can I bring in? To each zone.
Just having a look at that. Amphib. That's an interesting point. I may have to take that offline. I can't see anything particularly about it at the moment. Maybe in the... Because we didn't do a reinforcement phase this turn. So we didn't get to place then. So maybe there isn't in this sequence. Well, I'll have to have a look and see if I can see an exception here. But because we didn't have a reinforcement phase,
Yeah, it has to be up in the 20s in the rules.
Yeah.
Or the reference. Where are all the references to the different setups?
So yeah, it's in the scenario book.
Yeah, it would have to say that. It would have to say there.
Maybe on US setup. You'd think so. Not sure.
Well, there should be at least a discussion of how reinforcements are done.
Yeah, so I'll go to the reinforcements section. As I say, we skipped that in the turn sequence for the first turn. But let's have a...
Well, it actually happens at the end of the preparation phase.
That's right, which we didn't do any of the preparation phase.
Right.
Place any reinforcements due to arrive this turn. And
so let me see what it says for S6 for reinforcements. It doesn't.
No.
So it has to say in the reference to 6 about how reinforcements.
Absolutely, and I can't see anything about it. Chemicals, Japanese mines. Kind of stymied on that. Let's have a look at the... Yeah, all the other scenarios have specified reinforcements. Quite disappointing.
Oh, compass, you compass.
Doing a quick internet search. Please do bear with us. Apologies. I did scan this and don't remember seeing anything about it. Any of the errata.
All right, let me look at the errata.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything there.
Does it say anything in the setup?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. No. So US setup, the only thing it talks about is each beach transport zone is selected by placement up to 5 American units and any leaders. in the beach transport zone. Stacking limits and different formation penalties do not apply in the transport zone. They do apply in the other sea zone. These units move towards the beach as the amphibious movement ship is drawn. That's it. None of the other bits are even relevant.
And do they even? I'm looking at reinforcements in the main rules to see if they even discuss it.
All I can find is the expanded sequence of play. It says place any reinforcements due to arrive this turn.
So I'm going to suggest that it's up to 5. Like the initial setup.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, you can only bring 3 forward anyway.
Right. It seems like so up to 5, and it seems like a reasonable amount,
Yeah.
Now, in the historical one, it's much more difficult, although they bring in a lot of stuff because you've just got one beach, to play with.
Yes.
But here we are, and you're already kind of blocked in by what divisions you've chosen to go where. So, does that sound reasonable to you?
Yeah, just seeing how it looks on the schedule for, say, scenario 4. So scenario 4, you tend to have 2 companies and a mortar on each beach. So you could say, it sounds like 5 units, really.
Yeah.
5, possibly even 6. So 3 per beach.
Yeah, it sounds about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for red, which is a weird one. Yeah,
but I'm thinking here is that let's see, we've got so the US setup on the historical, you have 5 plus a leader and 4 plus a leader on and then the reinforcements. Okay, I see now that we don't know the value, but the units are kind of split between approach and transport. So maybe that's all you do get for the turn is the fact that you've got wide. You're getting less people coming in on wider beaches. Maybe this is what you get, and then you get another 5 next turn per beach, I think.
Yeah, so it sounds like the setup, is the continuing process for the beaches. Yeah.
Right. So you don't get anybody else at the moment this turn because you've moved everybody forward on wide beaches.
Right.
So I think in the reinforcement turn, the reinforcement in the preparation phase for the next hour, you get to place 5 per beach again.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds accurate.
We'll go with that. Apologies for having a bit of a powwow here, but I suddenly thought there's lots of little gaps in those naval zones.
Well, you shouldn't apologize. Adam Starkweather and Compass should apologize.
Well, for the delay to the broadcast, shall we say? So, we're okay with amphibious movement. I think now that's all done. So next jet.
All right. So here we go. You pull up the cup. You go to used. Direct command.
For the Japanese. Right.
Yes.
Okay. So direct commands. This is like a supplementary command capability. So normally you'd activate a formation like I did with the Imperial Army before, which is a divisional activation. The direct command, you can directly command units without HQ support, without having to be in command of the 2 divisions. So this is the Japanese, so Navy and Army, and you can use a direct command point to order a unit to do something as an action. It can get to flip as well, deployed or move side. Direct command is also useful during an army activation. I think I said during the Imperial Army activation that you get a unit to do a second action if they are in command by spending a direct command. But this isn't done in this phase. That's only on a divisional activation or formation activation. Okay, so our direct command, the first thing we do here is we actually roll to get some more. Hurrah!
I'm gonna take a short. I need to use the little boys' room, the loo. Okay. So I shall return, and I'll let you do that. I'll be back.
Brilliant. Okay.
About 5 minutes.
Yep. So how do we get more points? So we look at the command rating of the division in question, and we're going to roll for both divisions here. We'll start with the army. Our command rating is 3, and we roll a d10. We halve it around down, and we add it to 3. That's it, and you get that number of points. So let's do a roll there, and we get an 8. It's halved is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. Now, currently our direct commands is languishing for both the Army and the Navy on 3. So we get 7, takes us up to 10 on the chart. Now we roll for the Navy. Now their command rating is an abysmal 1. I think due to mainly having the a very drunk commander. And so we roll a dice halved, round down, and add 1 only. A 1. So halved and round down is 0. So they actually only get 1 direct command in addition. I think they're spooked by this invasion. Now we can spend them. So seeing as seeing as the army have a lot more, I'll deal with them first, I think. So what do we want to do with these commands? I still don't really want to do any movement. I think it's the Navy that are really in need of doing things rather than the Army at the moment. Yes, it's Navy's game at the moment, so I think we may hold on to our. Yes, yeah, I think we'll hold on. So on the Navy one, and that would have been very useful. We only have 4 direct commands. 4 direct commands. Yeah, we've got no ability to rally particularly. It might be good to do some more firing, I suppose. Spend 1 here on this pillbox to do another fire. And that's opportunity fire, yeah. Yeah, okay, so we'll let's spend 2 direct commands. There's 2 direct commands. 1 will be here, we'll remove, and we will then fire. I believe we'll fire onto the final running zone of Orange 2 here. So we have a 3, and we're well within range. It's a -2 for the defense, so it's only a 1. I'll wait for that to come back. You can keep me honest here. And the other one will be here. We'll remove that, and we will do a 4 attack on. Put it on a white 1. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. We can certainly reach him. That will be a 5 attack on white 1. On blue. So how are we doing? Yes, I think that's all the direct commands I will do. Yeah. I think that will be it. We could unsuppress this guy, but I'm not sure he's. Yeah, they're quite precious. These direct commands. I've only got 2 left, so I think I'll leave him cowering away. Let's do a roll anyway. I'm sure you can raise merry hell and chat if it's not right. But 3 going to a 1 on orange 2 final run-in zone. 7 is a miss. And up here with we have a 4 minus 2 is a 2 on the final run-in zone of white 1. That's just a miss as well. Okay, that's kind of direct commands done for me. So we'll pull another chit and see what comes up. Okay. Okay, I'm not quite sure what happened there. We are not getting a chit coming out for me. Oh, maybe we do it this way. Event. Okay, so this is an interesting thing here. So we roll for an event on an events table. Here we have, oops, not that one, our chart. Roll a d10 and something happens. So we can roll for this. Yeah, just on the d10, I might as well do that. So let's see what happens. A 9. A 9 is a snafu roll. Oh dear. Perhaps I'm going to like this. that's quite a bad effect. So one of the Marine divisions has messed up somehow. What this effectively means is that the division is -1 troop quality for until the division spends 2 dispatch points, and these are the dispatch points are the things you create chit pools from. Those are until you spend 2 of those where you remove the effect. And there is another effect, I think, is, and when you pull the direct command chit, that division's units can only activate in command units. So you have to be in command within range of the HQ or adjacent to a leader to activate. So I'll leave the roll to Pat. What we also have to do is we have to deal with my commander, or the Navy's commander. So he has his own little section, would you believe? The Vice Admiral Kikuda section of the rule book. So every time we pull, we roll an event, we also roll to determine what happens to Kikuda. So we do another roll and a 6. This means that Vice Admiral Kikuda is extremely drunk, and I remove him from the map, and I have to get another event rolled. I think it's a 2 to bring him back. So I lose my Navy leader. I need to find him first.
I've returned.
Okay, so bad things have happened to both of us.
All right.
So you have a snafu roll. We rolled a 9 for the snafu, and you need to roll to find out which division. As explained, you've got a -1 troop quality and no non-in-command units can have direct commands during the direct command activation until you spend 2 dispatch points. On my side, Vice Admiral Kikuda has got hold of a massive amount of sake and is drinking himself to death.
Okay.
So he's removed from the game.
So Snafu, I get to choose. I have to roll for the division, or I choose.
You have to roll. So it's on the chart.
I rolled a 9.
Rolled a 9. 5 to 9 is the 4th Marine Division.
Okay. They'd get a -1 troop quality. Yep.
Yeah, and they have to activate them with direct commands. In the direct command chit pool, they have to be in command.
I'm actually
range of your HQ.
I'm actually quite happy because they're not on ground.
Sure.
So, yep. So all right. So next chit.
Yes.
Right. Let me put that back. My direct command, which I can't really do anything with right now, if I'm mistaken. Right.
But you can actually collect direct commands, so you can roll for.
So let's see. I roll for both divisions, right? Right.
That's correct.
All right.
And it's command rating plus half a dice rounded down.
So we'll roll for the 2nd Marine Division. Mm-hmm. Ooh, they get 6. Let me see here.
4 plus 2.
Where is the 2nd? Where are you? Direct command. There we go. So you are up by 6. So you go to 10. And now for the 4th. Is that a 0? It's a 0, right?
That's a 10.
Oh.
Yeah, 10. Yeah. So that's 5.
So they go up to 11.
No. What am I talking about? Sorry, it is a 0. I'm an idiot.
I thought so.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So they go up. They go up to 6. Okay. So that's that.
Yeah, they just get command rating only. Yeah.
All right. So next chit.
Yep. Can't be that many left.
No, there is 1.
It's probably the Navy.
Yep, it is the Navy.
Okay, so right, and this will be usual few shots at the final running zone, I think. Yeah, so the no opportunity fire comes off up by the Beachy Point airfield, and he's available to fire. So he'll fire at the final running zone, White 2 Beach.
Okay.
So he's a 2. -2 is a 0. That's a miss. My other pillbox will fire at White 1. And he's a 3 +1 for the leader. So it's a 4 -2 is a 2. Oh, 2 missed again. And down at the Orange and Red Beach area, we can still only fire our 1 gun here, which is a 3. We'll fire it onto Orange 2. 3 -2 for the final running zone. So that's a 1. All 7s, all missed. Any direct commands now? Well, I can't fire again. So, one thing I can do is I can unsuppress our construction battalion company over by Yellow Beach. So he's activated. So the suppressed is removed, but the disorganized level stays. You have to get rid of either pinned or suppressed before you can remove disorganized level 2 by rallying. Anything else got any rallying to do on the Navy side? Don't believe so. But everybody is pretty much unharmed. So yeah, no other movement. I'm not going to spend any direct commands because I've hardly got any. And that's the activation for the Navy.
All right, that is the end of the chits.
Yeah, and the end of the turn. The only thing we do now is move the turn marker on. And this is the display, the turn marker, and it moves on to 0700 on July the 24th. And yeah, that's the turn. Okay. Right, how are we doing on time here with everybody?
We've got a half an hour. I think we could at least get like reinforcements done and maybe do the preparation phase.
Yeah, let's do that. So in the prep phase, it's the first time we've done that as well. So we'll go through. So half the prep phase, you only do a 0500 turn at the start of the day. So the first part of it you ignore. The next part is about spending dispatch points. So you saw with direct commands, you roll to get some more and then you spend them. Dispatch points is the opposite. So you spend them and then you get some more back. So spending is what we do first. Now the costs are this, and these dispatch points are used to place activations in the cup, either division or a formation. So it'll cost 2 dispatch points to put a division in the cup, a 1 dispatch point to put a formation into the cup, and that's it really. You spend however many you have up to the limit of what you want to spend, and so that's what we do now. So dispatch points are useful in other areas. So perhaps you have the option of getting rid of the snafu with 2 dispatch points. Also, within the action phase, you can interrupt the flow of chits, the random chits going through, by placing a chit of a formation, not a division, that you hadn't bought during the preparation. It will cost you 2 dispatch points to do that. Normally, it's 1 to go in the cup. It's 2 to provide this kind of trump interrupt.
So we are only going to spend 2 to remove the snafu from the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to roll. So that we'll do that first.
Yeah.
I rolled a 7. My dispatch rating is a 2. 7 divided by 2, round down, is 3. So we go up by 5 to 7. And we are actually...
sorry, hang on a minute. Run that by me again. So
I was at 4.
Yes.
I removed the snafu for 2.
Okay, so you're on 2.
And then I rolled a 7.
Oh, okay, for the increase.
Right.
Okay, so it's a different criteria on the roll.
Okay.
So you need to roll your dispatch rating or less.
I did not.
To get 3 points. Otherwise, you just get 1 point.
We're back up to 3.
Yeah.
We are spending no dispatch points with the 2nd Marine Division.
Okay. And the 4th? Sorry,
I just did the 4th.
Okay, that's great. Okay. So dispatch points. I haven't got a lot to spend. I've got 1 army and no navy.
So let me roll for the 2nd to see if I get any. All right, 7. Nothing. I get 1.
You get 1, yeah. So you get a reasonable chance. I get very little chance. Dispatch points. Shall I spend? Yeah, I think I will. Point there, and into the cup will go. Sorry, lots of windows opening here. Yeah, so. Okay, 1 into the cup. I'll remove my navy and army, so they're division activations. Right. So I'll roll for my dispatch points. So my dispatch rating for the army, I think, is a 2. So let's roll an 8. I get 1 point. And for the navy, I have a command rating of 1. That's 5. So I get 1 there as well. Okie dokie. Right. Yeah, I think that's dispatch points and getting more dispatch points. And now we're just on reinforcements, which is over to you because I've got all I'm going to get.
5 per beach zone. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, the Japanese aren't. There's no.
Nobody's coming.
Right. Nobody's coming. So let me see here. Let me do. This is second here.
I'm going to just put the chits into the cup.
Right. You do that. Let's see here.
Okay, we're ready now.
All right. All right. All
And one thing I will do is remove the bombardment because they disappear at the end of the first turn.
hold off on that if you would.
Oh.
Yeah. It will move the map around.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yep, I'll hold. Also do is I might just move my guys back under.
All right, go ahead. White Beach is done.
Great. Okay. Down to yellow. Yeah?
Yeah. I'll do yellow.
Okay.
And
So then it was interesting, quite a good screen with those bombardment markers, particularly down south.
yeah, it didn't do any damage, but it really helped me move up.
So, any comments from the chat about the deployment here on the American side? I think Yellow Beach is very odd because the beaches are so far apart. It's very different from the others.
And I'm done with yellow. We can go down to red and orange.
Okay. Oops. Right. It's also interesting with the Red Beach having only one zone.
Yeah, so yeah, without giving away too much strategy. With red, I'm focusing less on like getting mortars in and stuff, but I'm actually bringing in the engineers. It's more of an urban, a more congested area they're going into. So I'm focused more about backloading infantry.
Right.
Going in there.
Well, certainly engineers, they're good for building fortification. They're also very good at closing caves as well.
And then here I will go. Me. All right, that's it. Reinforcements have been placed.
Okay, and we are on to the action phase.
Yep.
Yeah. So we can crack on. We've still got a little bit of time. Everybody's still tuning in. So let's have a look at the chit display.
All right. Go ahead and pull.
My direct command. Oh, that's good. I like that. Right, so rolling. I have a command rating of 3 for the army, so it's half a dice plus 3. 7 halved is a 3, and down to 3, plus 3 is 6. So, a decent number there. Now I have the Navy, which is where I really need it right at the moment. So we got a half a dice round down plus 1, 6. Okay, so that's 3, 4. So something we can do at least. Okay, so direct commands. Let's see for the Navy. I have a few more pillboxes available now. So I think we will activate 3-factor gun up here for 1 direct command.
Up at White Beach?
Yeah, up at Orange Beach, sorry.
Okay.
And we will fire... Actually, no, not him, because we haven't got a lot to play with. We'll do the pillbox that was masked last turn is a 4 on Orange 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 range is fine. So 4 minus 2 is a 2.
Okay.
That's a miss.
It's a miss.
Okay. Oops.
It's all right. I'm showing people what you're firing with while you're firing.
Sure. Okay, up to White Beach.
All right. And he does. Oh, yeah. It's not an opportunity fire, right?
No, this is just a fire.
Yeah.
So it's a 3. It's a 4 from pillbox by the lake onto White 1. That's 4 down to 2.
He's got a leader.
Oh,
what was it? White Beach 1?
White 1, yes.
Okay.
So the result on a 1 is an R star.
All right.
Yeah. So a star is subtract 1 from the roll.
All right. So he normally has a 6, but it's a 5. We're going to make this Company A of 1st Battalion of the 6th Marine Regiment.
Yeah, it's effectively a 7, actually, because it's 1 off the roll, not off your...
all right. Here we go. He's fine.
Okay. So that's 2 direct commands.
Looks like I chose wisely in some ways with yellow. You don't really have a lot of guns there.
No, just, it's not a strong one there. It's a lot of caves, though.
Yeah.
A lot of caves. Yeah, so maybe back down on Orange Beach. We'll fire on Orange 1.
Okay.
3 unit, so that's on a 1. That's a miss. So that's 3 direct commands used there. 1, 2, 3. On the army side, that was viewed, wasn't it? So I think we'll activate this hex to fix the disorganization. So that's 1 direct command to remove that. Did I have any other? Sure. There was any other disorganization? I think that was it. So that's just 1 direct command, I think. So it would have been useful to have that direct command happen after your amphibious landing, because I would have had things to shoot at. But them's the break. So down 1 direct command for Japanese, and that's my direct command done. So next chip. Shall I do it?
All right.
So we got air support. So the 3 aircraft last turn was the best you're going to get, but now you have to roll. So on I'm not sure we have it on the charts and tables. We have it on the map.
Yeah. So I will roll a d10.
Yeah, it's down here.
6. 6 feels okay.
6. It does. It's a 0.
Up. That's it.
Yeah, 5 or more you get none. So
no air support.
No air support.
Next chit. Event.
Right. So let's. You want to roll the dice, and we'll have a look.
I got it. An 8.
Okay. So an 8 Japanese Fortitude. Japanese may remove 1 DG for up to 3 units. I'm not sure I have 3. So it also means that Kikuda doesn't come back because he's off the board and I needed 2, I think, for that. So what was that? 1 DG, yeah. So he can certainly, down at Yellow Beach, can certainly go down to -1. Not sure there's anybody else on a DG at the moment. Normally they would be stacked on top. I don't think you hit anything else. No.
Right.
So that's that. That's the event. Next shed.
Here we go. Boom. Boom. Wind. Nothing. There's no bombardment, so
there's no barrages to worry about. So carry on again.
Amphibious movement. We like that.
Okay. Right. So nominate your beach to start.
I think we're going to start on orange.
Orange, right. Okay, so you do from the, I think it's back, is it back to the front? No, front to the back. So final running zone, go to the beach itself.
Colonel Ballchedler is going with his 3 infantry companies from his regiment, try to land at Orange 2.
Okay. Right, so I can now, because you're landing on the beach, I can treat you as just an ordinary target, not a hard target.
Right, right.
Also, I don't get the -2 from the running zone. So I treat as if you're in the beach. Now, as far as opportunity fire goes, it's normally when you leave a hex in a fire zone, that's when you get fired on. This is an exception where you are leaving a naval zone to get to a hex, and you're fired if you're in the hex you arrived at.
Right.
So, so, and you are in move mode at the moment. Are you happy with that?
No, we want to land. Yes. I forgot about that. Yeah. This is when this comes into play. I get to choose what mode I want basically to enter the beach in. Everyone and all these landings shall be coming in that mode. So let's go. All right.
Okay. So that's fine. Okay. So at opportunity 5, got the pillboxes, and I think it's worth firing. So we will fire, the 4 factor up on the ridge, just above the town. We'll fire on high explosive now. That's a 4. You are on the beach, which is 0 defense value. Let's take a look at our charts again. So it's direct fire strength. There's no defense value of the target hex. No status markers, no support weapons. We're not concentrating fire. So if I concentrated fire, I get a +1 here, but I'd also lose my fire zone, so I wouldn't be able to opportunity fire. So I'd rather not do that. Actually, I'm not sure I can do that. No, I can't do that as an opportunity fire anyway. So I think we're pretty much just on the 4, I think. So rolling for a 4.
Got a 4.
Okay, so as it works on the combat results table, if you roll the number you need, that's usually the best result, as they get better as they go up the chart. But of course, if you roll over what you need, you get a miss. So a 4 is probably the best hit you can get. It's high explosive, so it's 3DG/R on the 4. So 3 levels of disorganization and a route check. So once a hex has 4 levels. If they're further disorganization levels, you start actually eliminating units.
Right. So here we go. We're going to try the route check.
Yeah.
We made it.
Yep. So you can add in your leader, can't you?
Yes.
As well. And you're a 6 anyway, aren't you?
Yep.
6 quality. So yeah, you made it. That's fine. Okay, that's that hex sorted.
These gentlemen are going to land here.
And I think we will.
We got to flip the mine.
Flip. Oh yes, we've got mines here, haven't we? Ah yes. So yeah, but the mines counters don't really work very well. Let me look at my list of what should be there.
I think he's a 1 or a 0. I
think he's a 0.
Yeah.
So this is orange 1 is a 0.
All right. So it just goes away.
No, that's not a dummy. That's an attack.
Right. So yeah. Roll away.
Yeah. So I think it's small arms. I think for mines.
Right.
Just check. Roll anyway. I'll just look it up.
All right. A 1. You missed.
I missed anyway. That's fine.
I will move it over here. Okay.
There we go. Here we go. It actually should be whatever color it should be, actually. So
it's a red.
It's red. That's fine. Okay.
So, are you any opportunity fire at him?
Yeah. So I'm opportunity fire from up the ridge with the gun. So it's a 3, and no modifiers because you're on the beach. So on a 3. Ooh, 0. Now that's probably a very good roll as well. Usually a 0. So on high explosive we've got a 2DGS. The S is suppressed, so you don't roll a route check to get pinned. You automatically go all the way to suppressed. So that's a couple of 2 good rolls there.
Yes, you're getting very lucky.
Yes, unlike your aircraft, who I'm sure are on a wrong island somewhere.
Where is the pinned fire combat? No movement. No
suppressed. It should be just one of the markers. It's under US markers.
Oh, you've actually got to go select the marker? That's ridiculous. There's no function for it?
Oh, I don't know. No. I don't know if you... combat result. Oh, no, there is. So you have to select one of the units.
Right.
Organized marker. If you go combat result.
Combat result, there it is. So we're pinned, right? Or suppressed?
Suppressed. So 0 is an automatic suppression. All
right. So there we go.
Good. Okay. Carry on.
These guys are landing at Red Beach.
Right. Okay. So
the mine marker, first of all.
Yes, mine marker. So red marker is actually a 3.
Oh, so roll away.
Yeah. So 3 red on the combat chart.
Jesus Christ.
So that's DG suppressed for it's a red.
Okay.
So I see a lot of rallying happening to get rid of these suppressed markers in your near future.
DG suppressed.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I could roll like you.
Mm.
Disrupted, disorganized 1. Okay. So let's now move to Yellow Beach.
What about the other guys behind? Oh yeah, we do everybody at the front, don't we? So Yellow Beach.
Right.
Yep.
So Colonel Stewart is going to land there.
Okay, and I'm going to fire at him from. Oh, just bear with me. I forgot to put my no opportunity fire markers down, so I'm just going to scroll back down quickly before I forget. Right, and yes, so back up here. I'll do the same thing. So I'm a 2, and I think that's it. Yeah, so on a 2. Ah, dear. Sorry. It's not me rolling. So a 2 is a, and it will be high explosive. It's a white. Let's use a yellow. 2DG and an R.
All right, so he's organized. Here comes the roll. 6.
You were okay?
Yep.
Yeah, you're +2 from the colonel.
Yep. And then these gentlemen are going to land here.
I don't believe I can do anything about that. So go ahead. That's fine.
Now we should go up to White Beach.
They're in move mode. Are you happy with that?
No. Hold on. Let me change all these guys. In fact. Let me double check red to make sure I did that. Nope. And they are flipped. All right, White Beach.
We should have had a suppress marker on them, I think. Yeah.
Did we?
Red. Yeah. That was a 0 again, wasn't it?
I had 2 disorganized on them, so that's probably what that was. Let me do that.
That was the mines.
Supporting combat results. Suppress. Nope.
Oh, no, sorry. No, that's right. No, you didn't. No, it was mines. No. So, yeah.
And in fact, I think I had deleted an American unit as well. Oh. So, all right, let me put that back. Okay. They're fine.
Yeah, fine. Okay, all right, ignore what I said.
So, all right.
Back up to yellow.
Yep. White.
And now to white.
So we're going to land at white 1 first.
Okay, and I think we'll fire from the airfield pillbox. So
he's a 2.
He is a 2. And that's it, just a 2. Yeah. He misses. I don't think yeah, that's it.
Lastly, white 2.
Okay, and our lake pillbox will fire. He's a 4. Missed. Okay.
All right. And now I will move up in the transport zones.
Yes. So
simple. They just move 1 for most of them.
Yes. Yeah. So where are you going first?
White.
White
moves
first.
up.
Yep. Yeah. I'm not firing anything there.
Then we're going to go. Let's go down to orange and red.
Okay.
And red. These guys in the support zone, in the approach zone, are going to go to the final run-in zone.
Okay, so I can fire at you on the final run-in zone. Yeah, from the unit up here on the hill to the south. But he can't quite reach the reef, which was a bit of an oversight on my part. So he is a 3, going down to a 1 for the final run-in zone. No. Okay.
These gentlemen are going to go to the approach zone?
Yeah, I've got nothing else to fire. So.
All right, and these guys are going to the approach zone.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go to yellow. These gentlemen are going to the approach zone.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys are going to the approach zone.
Yeah.
That's that.
Okay. Just checking on red. Remember, you can only put 3 units into the approach zone.
What do I have there? I've only got 5. Right.
Yeah. So it's the only narrow one.
Let's see. I think we want. That's that.
Correct. Okay.
Chits.
Yeah, I think what we should do is keep those mine markers on the beach because they do stay there until you clear them with.
I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So
yeah, just put them on the bottom, I suppose. So,
all right. Next chit.
Yeah.
I-50.
Right. So that's these guys. Okay. So. Right. It's rather. Right. So we've got these guys here who can fire. I'm not. Do I need any more support weapons now? Let me have a look. Oh yes. Yeah. Actually, I'll do. Okay. Might as well deploy him now. Okay, so in Tinian Town, we've got the 3rd company firing with the battery gun.
Okay.
On the beach. So that's 4 plus 1 for the battery gun is 5.
Which beach are you firing at?
Sorry, that it has to be red.
Okay.
So it's red beach next door. So 4 battery gun plus 1 comes to 5 and converts it to high explosive, and plus 1 from the captain leading them as well. So
that's a 6.
4, 5, 6. So I thought this was worth a dispatch point. 3. Yeah. Hit a 3 on high explosive. 2 DG R.
So increase to 3. R route check. Here it comes. 1. They're fine.
Okay. Right, and yeah, that's it for that. Yeah. No, nobody else to do, so that's fine. Actually, thinking about it, I just realised there's something I can do. I'm just trying to look through all my trenches. Looking for a particular unit here. What did I do with it? Huh. I'm sure I have an artillery unit with that company. Sworn it. Sorry, let me just look at the setup again. Maybe I'm fooling myself. Oh, no, not with them. No, it's the it's the other regiment that have them. That's fine. It's okay. Sorry about the pause. That's it. So yeah, next chit.
Next chit. All right. Navy support.
Right, big guns. Do some spotting there as well.
Yeah, we are going to bring it in where we really need help right now. So let's see. Do we have line of sight from any of the beaches to your direct fire weapons?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Yeah.
So this is
slope.
Yeah, this is going to be simple. 1, 2. Yeah, if you can see me, I can see you generally. 3.
1 and 2. Yep.
So there we go. They're all 7s. There's no scatter, I should say. They're going to hit.
Where's the third one? Sorry, can't see it.
Tinian Town.
Oh, in the town.
Yep.
Ah, there you are. Sorry. So you somehow I'm seeing trenches instead of. Oh, there we go. Right. Yep. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Which order?
So let's go north to south.
Okay. So 7 factors on a navy. And it's indirect. So this is standard indirect fire. So we look at the modifiers. Indirect fire, no DG markers on the firing unit, no mirage markers on it. There's no hard targets. Defensive value of the terrain and the fortification defense. So up the top here.
Sugarcane and pillbox. Yep.
Yes, that must be -4. So you're down to a 3.
Here we go. 2.
So on a 2 on indirect fire is a DG/R.
And it's a heavy barrage, right?
It is.
All right.
So I put a DG marker up. And so it's a navy unit. Right. So it is a 3. And we don't count the heavy barrage yet. It's +2 with the pillbox, so it's 5. Just okay. I'm just going to reorganize that to put the heavy barrage on top. Oops, okay, next one.
So it's a 3 again. You're in sugarcane, and it's a. So here we go.
Same thing.
2 again.
Okay, so result. That's 2 DGR. So it's organized level 1, and then the roll is just a 5, isn't it?
Yep.
They're fine.
And lastly, Tinian Town.
Okay, so here, I don't believe we. So it's just the terrain,
right?
And it's not the actual firing units. Yeah. So. Yeah, okay. So we have 7. It's -2 for the trenches, and I think it's -2 for Tinian Town as well. Look at the terrain effects. Town is a -2, so -4, it's a 3 again.
Here we go. 0.
Oh, right. So that's a suppressed marker. And I think just a DG, I think. Yeah, DGS. So.
Well, the Navy saved the day on this beach.
Yeah.
3 hits.
Yeah, 3 decent hits there. So, and we need the barrage.
Yeah, I got it. Hold on one sec. All right, so that's it for that. And now is when I can, what is it? Command points, right? I can spend those to put shits in, right?
So, yeah, the next one.
Right.
Oh, right. Yeah, you can spend a couple of dispatch points to put a formation shit in. Yes.
Right. So and make it the next one, right?
Yes.
All right. So we are going to spend from 4th Division, and it costs 2, correct? 1, 2.
2 dispatch points from that division. Yeah.
All right. We're going to spend 2 to place. Find the right one.
So I'll put the Navy support up.
What is that? 24th RCT comes up next.
Okay.
And we get an activation, obviously.
So I'm going to place that on the current.
Yep.
Just on the jet display. Yeah.
So we are going to rally, reduce the disorganization level.
Right. So do you want to move any of your leaders first? Just going through the property.
No. He's there. There's nobody out there. Yeah.
You can't attach any support weapons yet. You haven't got your HQ on. So any concentrated fire, sustained fire, no opportunity fire markers, no. Change from deployed to column if you want to.
Nope.
Okay. No assaults. Are you placing any prepared assault markers?
No.
Okay. So activate units.
Well, actually, we don't have to assault.
You can cancel the assault. Yes.
So we are going to, let's see, miscellaneous. Where's the place?
So it's your own marker. So it's
right.
So you have a prepared assault marker. I have a Banzai charge marker.
Miscellaneous. Yeah, I'm trying to. What's it under? Movement, fire, combat result.
On the.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the marker.
No, I don't think the marker. Because you place the marker on the target, not on your own unit.
Right. So I'm clicking on you.
I think you just have to take it out of that. Miscellaneous.
Nope.
No, I think you have to go and get it.
We're going to place it there.
Yep.
All right. So that's been placed. Mm-hmm. What's next?
So now it's activate units.
All right. So we want to reduce the disorganization level.
Where?
Well, there's only one place we can do it. It's right.
It's just Red Beach at 24th.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. Right, yeah. So it goes down 1 level.
And that's all we can do, right?
You can use the direct command, and I think you can rally again. It's only firing.
Right.
I think that you can't do twice.
We're actually, yes, we're going to spend a direct command from the 4th Division to rally them again.
Yeah.
And is that because of the leader? I forget.
No, well, the leader puts you in command, anything adjacent or in the hex. is in command, so therefore you can spend a direct command.
So we're going to reduce it again for that direct command.
Yep.
And let's see. Now what comes next in the sequence?
That's pretty much it. Just check for overstacking.
Nope, we're good.
Okay, that's the activation then.
All right, and we will now. That's the chit. We'll move it. Yep.
Yep.
Here.
You must.
And
direct command, I think now.
I must what?
Must be your direct command chit now.
Well, the first thing we're going to do though is we're going to force another chit in there.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah. And it's going to be from obviously the second. I don't have enough points, or I'd be doing it for the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to do it from the dispatch points of the second, so it costs 2, right? Or
yep.
3. Yeah, 2.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to spend 2. We're going to force in a chit for second RCT.
Okay.
Which I'll put there, which is on Yellow Beach.
Right. Okay, so I'll just put that in the current.
And we are going to rally, reduce the disorganization level.
Yeah.
And everything else is, we are going to place a direct assault marker before that.
Okay. Yeah, you cannot assault caves.
Right.
Units of caves.
Right there.
Yep.
And we are going to then spend a direct command.
Yeah. Do you want to do anything with the guy on the other beach? This is activation.
Oh, that's right. It's 1 regiment. We're going to fire at the caves to the south.
Okay. You can split your fire, so you can fire 1 each.
Right. We're going to fire at 1 at each. Right.
Okay. So it's 4 and a cave. Caves have.
It's going to be -3.
Yeah. Just checking if there's anything else special about it.
Oh, could I have done allocations at this point?
Allocation? Oh, yeah. No, you don't have your HQ on the island yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, just a -3.
-3.
So fire attacks. Yeah.
The guy to the top. Here we go. Miss. Guy to the bottom. Miss. Okay.
Yes.
And then we're gonna spend a direct command.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to rally him to no disorganization.
Okay.
And let me now I need to spend that direct command. From the second. And we can still fire on this second activation, correct?
You didn't. Okay. No, that's right. You didn't fire.
Right.
Yeah.
So we are going to.
Did you not do 2 do rallies? No.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay. So you've used up the 2 actions.
Oh, that's it. We're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's that, and back to the cup.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see if I want to force another chit in there, if I can afford it.
Wow, big spender.
Well, if you're in trouble, you got to do what you got to do. So let me see. I think we're going to force in 6 RCT So that's going to cost 2 from the division. Second.
Yep.
So let me go here. Oh. And
so decide on mode first. Pretty much.
yeah.
Move the leader if you want to. And decide on mode.
It's going to go there. These guys are going to flip and go there.
Okay.
And we are going to light up that set of trenches.
So just a warning, we haven't done it before, but if I walk onto a beach that you've landed at, then I can close that beach. So you might want to protect yourself.
Let me do that. Let me flip him. He's going to move there.
Yeah.
And he's going to stay there. All right, so that's our movement.
Okay.
And we are indeed going to place some assaults.
Well, you should have done that before you move. So
right.
Yes,
it was just going to be here. Yeah.
That's fine. That's no problem.
Yeah. And that's that. If you have any opportunity fire, it's on you. Because I moved. Yeah.
So now you're on the beach. I can't see you from long distance away because there's a lot of sugarcane in the way.
Right.
So there's nothing I can see. You've only just moved adjacent to units, not attempted to leave a fire zone. You've entered my fire zones.
Right.
There's no opportunity fire. If the colonel wants to move, then he may get fired at, yes.
So the colonel moved that hex, though, but without... He was along the coast, yeah. So what we're going to do is fire at the guys under the prepared assault marker.
Okay.
With everybody there.
Okay. So so the guy who moved can't fire yet. He moved as his activation. Now, with the 2 guys on white 2 beach, you can fire themselves, and as they're deployed, you can the second unit adds +1.
Okay.
So you're currently at 6.
All right.
And my defense is.
And the leader has no effect on fire.
He has a +1.
Okay.
So it's 4. Yeah, you can see the little +1. He's got in the corner. So so it's 4 +1 for the extra unit, 5 +1 for the colonel, 6. And you are firing into. You're firing into sugarcane.
-1.
So it's fine. And I think that's it. Yeah, the trenches are for indirect fire only.
So here we go. Nothing.
Okay. 9. Okay.
And so now we are going
to use direct commands.
Yep. We're going to use a direct command from 2nd Division.
Yep.
Give them all another into activation. I'll choose their modes.
No, you can't change the mode. Also, the guy in white 1 and the guy next to my guy next to white 1, they're out of command range. So it's only adjacent to the leader.
You can't change mode in the same turn.
No, you do it at the start of your activation.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But we can fire again if I recall correctly.
No, you can't fire again. So your 3 unit can fire, but those guys can only do firing as one of their activations.
All right. So what we are going to do is not spend that direct command point. It's not worth it.
No. Yeah. Well, you can the 3-factor unit firing. The move unit.
That feels like quite a bit of expense for a very low roll. Okay. So we are going to move that back.
Okay.
And that is it for their activation. Boy, You're right, big spender. And
Yes.
then lastly, last chit is hey, direct command.
Oh, there we go.
So everybody gets direct commands, right?
Well, you as long as you pay for it. So, but you add before you start using them.
Right. So we're
it's
gonna let's
half a dice round down plus your command rating.
Right. So here we go. For each division. So that's second. So that's, oh boy, that's a lot. They're up to 13. And then the fourth division is going to roll. +1. They're at 6. Okay.
Plus your command rating, yeah?
Oh, right. Oh, that's right. +2 more. 8. Okay. So we'll start at red-orange.
Red-orange, okay.
So spending direct commands, right. That's next turn.
It is.
So direct commands can only be spent in hexes where I have leaders.
No, you got rid of your snafu,
right?
Didn't you? So you can spend them wherever you like. They don't have to be in command. It's only the second, using the direct command for a second activation of a unit in a formation activation that you have to be in command.
So let's start where the mines are in the north.
Okay.
We want to get rid of the suppressed.
Yes, that's a rally in that hex.
Which also reduces the disorganization, correct?
No. So what you can do here is you can direct command one unit to get rid of the suppress marker.
Right.
You can spend another direct command on the second unit to reduce the disorganized on a rally as well.
We are going to do that. So that's 2 command points.
Yep.
And we are going to reduce the disorganization level on orange 2.
Okay. With 3 units there, so you could wipe it out if you wanted to spend the direct commands.
I think so, actually.
Okay.
So that's 2 more. Big spender.
All
right. I don't want them to die. And then with Colonel Hart, we're going to spend 1 more to rally him.
Yep.
And boy, it feels like a good move to get off the beach.
Yeah, because you've got guys coming in behind you as well, and you don't want to overstack.
Yeah. All right. So we get off the beach there.
Okay. So I could opt you for... No, I can't because I'm suppressed.
Okay. So that cost me 2 points, correct?
Yes, you activated
2 units.
You also activated 1 to do remove the disorganized as well.
I already spent that. So
okay. Another 2. Yes, that's right.
And I can't fire because I've moved. Okay. So that's that. Let's go up to the second. Let's go to Yellow Beach.
Yep.
And I have a lot more now. I have a lot of command points. Direct command was second, so we're going to spend 3.
Okay.
And the colonel and his men are going to open up on the trenches that are adjacent.
Yep. Okay.
So that's 4, 5, 6, 7.
4, 5, 6, 7. Indeed. 7 and so I'm in sugarcane, so it's 6. Upper slope. Yeah, that's another -1. So yeah, so you were 7, 6, 5.
All right.
That's it. 5.
Here we go. 2.
Ooh. So 2, and that was small arms, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, so red. A 2. It's a DG/R star. So added disorganized. That's 1 TQ. And so he's a 3, 4 for the trenches, 3 for the disorganization. 1. Oh, he's okay.
All right. We are going to spend another 1. Go down to 9.
Right.
And this guy's going to move.
So you need to flip him over.
Yep. There.
Okay, and I'm going to fire at you as you leave the beach.
Okay.
So I'm a 1, and you are +1 for your move mode defense value. So it's a 1, 2, and the beach is a 0, so it's just on a 2. Oof.
Ooh.
Ouch. Suppressed you. Yeah. These are hot dice for me, I'm afraid.
Just a suppressed, any disorganization?
Sorry, this is small answer DGS.
DGS, okay. All right.
Yeah, so get the suppressed on top. It's easier to work out what you need to do.
And let's go. That's it for there.
Okay.
And let's go to White Beach.
Yeah.
So we can flip. Right.
If you activate a unit, it can flip, yes.
Okay. So we're going to activate these 3 first. Everyone adjacent to Colonel Risley.
Yeah.
All right.
So there's 2 fires. So the guy adjacent is a different fire.
All right. And well, we're I may not fire with him, but I'm certainly flipping him. That's all right. So first, we're going to fire at where the prepared assault is with Colonel Risley's hex, which is 4, 5, 6, and you are sugarcane, so it's a 5.
Yeah, 5.
A 5.
Whoa, that last a good hit. 5 on small arms, 2 DGR. So, oh, we're not. Oh, I thought we were supposed to. 2 DG. And we roll for R. He's a 5. Surprisingly, 4, 5. 8. So he fails. He is pinned.
All right. Now C16 is going to fire at him with a 4. -1, it's a 3.
Yes.
Missed.
Okay.
And lastly, we are going to spend 1 more.
Yeah.
To flip the other guy.
B. Yep.
Yep.
Company B, yeah.
We are going to not place an assault marker.
You can't.
Can't anyway. All right, and we're going to shoot at him. Looks to be sugarcane again.
It is, and I have a -1 defense value, so it's 4, 3, 2.
All right, here we go. Nothing.
Okay.
And that is it for my direct commands. I've spent them all.
Okay.
That I am going to spend.
Right. Great.
And that ends the turn.
That ends the turn. Yeah. So we managed to get a little bit over time, but hopefully people have stuck with us.
That was an interesting turn. I was in real trouble, but it really shows how if you spent, you can bail yourself out with dispatch and command points.
Yes.
So I mean, I could get hit again. You could get lucky again, and light me up in those locations.
Yes.
But I was like one disorganization away from death. Now I'm in a situation where I'm adjacent to you. We're gonna have another turn of bombardments. You know what I'm saying? It's
sure. Yeah, I mean, Red Beach is going to be interesting, and I kind of planned a kind of trap for that. And
right.
And you scouted out the mines on Orange, but you didn't do Red. And
right.
I kind of thought, well, that's a single beach, and I'll just stick a decent marker there, and some local guys as well.
But the way it's worked out is weird. So yellow, the Marines are okay. They're not great, and it's weak there. So yes, they're caves, but they're not great units.
No, sure.
Right.
Yes.
Orange looked horrible. Now orange looks good.
Yeah, much better with the rallies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, white has had a lot of success, I think.
Yeah, not bad.
Well, guys off the beach. You know what I mean? Yeah. All that kind of stuff. So, where do you think I've made the most success or?
Well, as far as it's got to be white because you're actually off the beaches, whereas the other you aren't. So, I mean, and you've got to get off the beaches, otherwise you'll just stack people behind you. For example, sort of orange 2 is fully stacked, so you've got to shift in at some point. Even 4, you got some movement on yellow. I mean, the fact that you got suppressed, tough luck, but you got off the beach, so something else can come in. It's
right.
It's whether you're how much there's potentially an RCT coming there, and whether that's going to be enough oomph on each of the beaches to get anything decent going.
And I think based on the U.S. strategy, so for second, which is split up between yellow and white, right? The question is, where does the 3rd Regiment come in?
Yes.
That's the big, that's the big question.
It is.
So, what I find interesting geographically about Orange is there's a lot of room to push out, form a beachhead, and they're healthy. Now you could roll some 2s, or some 4s, but hopefully, unless you keep rolling 0s, I don't think I'm gonna have a whole lot more DG3s and whatnot. So that's
anything about Orange is there's those white dots, hexes.
Yeah.
And I've got these guns at the top of the ridge, and so as you move, I can kind of pick you off here.
Right.
You'll be in move mode, and there's 0 defensive value in the hex. So that's the danger with Orange, is it's a bit of a free fire zone. But the attempt is to try and hem you in here, as you can probably tell. And it's interesting you got the prepared assault marker. Let's see what happens with that. Certainly, next turn. So, but interesting. It is interesting. The beaches are far apart from each other. They look a long way away from each other, don't they? That's the other thing.
The 2 that are closest that are most complementary are yellow and red and orange.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll see. It's interesting.
So I've saved. So
Okay, that's great.
Brilliant.
Well, so
thank you for joining us, everybody.
Yeah, if you're still with us and haven't turned to stone, thanks very much for bearing with us. And we got through to the 0900 turn for next playthrough.
Yeah, we'll try to keep it to 2 hours in the future. I think they'll be shorter because we won't have all the every turn isn't the 0500 turn with a lot of extra stuff.
Yeah, true. We'll get more. You'll have more units to play with, though. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.